Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Appreciate it. As always, we are going to talk a little bit about Olivia Miles. We have some Olivia Miles news. As you know, she entered the transfer portal, which surprised everyone on twofold. It surprised everyone she didn't head to declare for the WNBA draft, where everyone assumed she would be the number 2 pick. Not only did she not do that, she then declared going to the transfer portal, and she is now officially out of Notre Dame. And wouldn't you believe it, she's bolting from this legendary program to TCU. That's right, folks. TCU, the one that really hasn't done anything in women's college basketball in a long, long time until this year with Haley Van Lith. Yep, the Horned Frogs, basically a ghost town until this year. So what is going on with this? Money, drama, spotlight fever. I've got some theories. I got a few things that I'm going to throw by in. Let's see if we can figure out what is going on. Olivia Miles, senior guard who has another year of eligibility, even though she's already played 4 years. She was injured one, I think not this year, the last year. She was a beast for Notre Dame this season, right? 15.4 points, 5.6 rebounds, 5.8 assists. She's got the handle, she's got the vision, she's a great passer, she's got a jumper that went from to money, 40.6% from three. She ran the show, part of the three-headed guard monster of Hannah Hidalgo, Sonia, Absolute Citron, and Olivia Miles, the backcourt trio that had Notre Dame looking like title contenders most of the season until, of course, it fizzled out in the Sweet 16 against, guess who? TCU and Haley Van Lith. So now, instead of cashing in as the number 2 pick behind Paige Beckers, we're sticking with Notre Dame's storied legacy. Olivia Miles is packing up her bags for Fort Worth, Texas, and TCU, the Horned Frogs. Yes, the same TCU that just had its first tournament run since 2010, first ever Elite Eight trip thanks to Haley Van Lith. It's like she saw HVL's glow up and was like, "Yeah, hold my Gatorade. I'm next. I want some of that." So why ditch Notre Dame? Why ditch the WNBA? Let me run some theories by you. Let me see what you think about this. Theory one, NIL money. TCU, they must be flexing in that transfer game. They snagged Haley Van Lith. They've got Miles. So to me, their NIL game seems kind of strong. That could be a part of it. And then, of course, there's the NBA rookie pay where they talk about, it's what, 70 some $1,000, and then the new CBA coming and all of that. And college NIL, top stars can make way more. And maybe Olivia's like, well, why hoop with the pros when I can cash checks dunking on freshmen? Of course, here's the thing. I'll throw a little water on that. NIL money for someone like Olivia Miles, who's going to be a number 2 pick in the draft, that money's most likely it turns into endorsement money once you go pro. So she's not really losing all that NIL money, right? So that's not really a valid excuse. Now, getting the money and staying in the college comfort zone, that could be an attractive combo. Theory two, spotlight fever. Come on, all athletes have egos. Some are just a little too out of control, but they all have them. You do not become great at something. You do not become world class at something without a little bit of ego. Okay, so this is not a knock, but she may have saw Haley Van Lith go from that LSU disaster to TCU leading lady and thought, you know what? I'm all in on the solo album. I just had the group tour. It didn't go so well. I want the solo album. I want to be John Lennon post Beatles, not Ringo Starr in the Beatles. 3 stars can be a crowd. At TCU, she is the headliner. It is going to be Olivia Miles' team. Then we have theory 3, Notre Dame drama. This seems to be a big one, even though a gazillion players went into the portal. I think over 1,000 there seems to be a lot going after Notre Dame because Hannah Hidalgo is a practicing Christian, and people are twisting that into a bunch of phobia stuff. Look, the Irish were number one midseason, but they did limp at the end, right? They limped at the end for sure. They limped into the Sweet 16, and they lost to TCU. 4 straight years, no deeper than that. No coaching vibes, team chemistry. Olivia Miles has not said a thing, but when you bolt a powerhouse after a season like that, people are going to wonder. Okay, people are going to wonder, especially when you have something like this that people were talking about, that Olivia Miles apparently reposted this, is what I'm told. Treating people right is better than posting Bible verses that you don't even practice. Can't treat people bad, then hide behind religion. Live reposted. Now, look, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there to let you have all the pieces so you can decide, because this is one of those where we're not privy to enough. That's why I'm throwing out these different theories. For me, what smells most likely is she wanted a change of scenery to be the player, and she loved what she saw from Haley Van Lith. She may even talk to Haley Van Lith and thought, you know what? That is a coach that appreciates guards. That is a program that where I'm going to flourish and have an incredible season and get opportunities I wouldn't get at Notre Dame before I head into the WNBA. Right? It could be as simple as that. Right? Because TCU was a perennial nobody. Not anymore though. Haley Van Lith rolled in. She had a fantastic season. They had 34 wins, hit the Elite Eight. Before that, the last tournament was 2010. They were like the where are they now of women's hoops, right? The one-hit wonders. Where are they now? HVL's out of eligibility. Olivia Miles slides in as the new queen bee. TCU's like the kid who finally got cool in senior year. They hit that stage a little late. They look different. They're bigger, new threats, new friends. Now Olivia Miles is going to show up to that party. She wants in. 1 year left, wants to keep that fairy tale going. Maybe even snag a Final Four. Look, if she pulls it off, she will be the Cinderella of Fort Worth. Horned Frogs might need to thank Notre Dame for the assist on this. I'm going to wrap it up. What do you think? You got my theories. What do you think is the reason Olivia Miles skipped out of Notre Dame, but not to the WNBA? She skipped out to TCU. For me, I think it's probably a little combination. I think there's a little bit of that NIL money, and I think she wanted to be the queen bee. She wanted to be it. I think that's a lot more likely than this drama they're trying to create that nobody likes Hannah Hidalgo because she's a Christian. I'm not buying that. They look like they had too much fun this season, too much success. That's kind of like the Hatelins and the narratives they want to throw. It's all that kind of nonsense. But hey, risky move for Olivia Miles. No reward without risk. So, we'll see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts on all this comments below. As always, appreciate you checking out this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later.